Nnenna and Kelechi walked for 3 days and 3 nights, across rivers, through forests, over rocky hills, where no villager dared to go. The closer they came to the mountains, the quieter the world became. No birds sang, no insects buzzed, even the wind seemed afraid. At last, they reached the Cave of Echoes. Its entrance towered above them like the mouth of a sleeping giant. Strange blue symbols glowed across the stone walls. Kelechi swallowed hard. Are you sure we should go in? Before Nnenna could answer, a voice echoed from deep within the cave. Nnenna. The girl froze. The voice sounded familiar, gentle, ancient, almost like Mama Chidinma. Again it called, Nnenna. The pendant around her neck began to glow brighter than ever before. The cave floor trembled. The walls lit up with golden symbols, and suddenly visions appeared all around them. Nnenna saw ancient keepers standing beneath the same mountains. She saw a great battle between light and darkness, and in the center of it all, she saw herself, older, stronger, holding a staff of light. Then the vision vanished. A deep glow echoed from the darkness ahead. Two glowing red eyes opened. The black shadow knew she had arrived, and it was waiting. The glowing red eyes moved closer and closer until a giant shadow emerged from the darkness. Kelechi gripped his spear. His heart pounded like a drum, but Nnenna did not move. The pendant around her neck burned with golden light. Then something unexpected happened. The creature stopped. It did not attack. It bowed. The cave fell silent. The red glow faded from its eyes, and before them stood an enormous lion. Its mane shimmered like gold. Its body was covered in ancient symbols. The lion spoke. I am Eziora, the guardian of light. Nnenna stared in disbelief. If you are the guardian, she paused. Then where is the black shadow? The lion lowered his head. The shadow is no longer outside. It is imprisoned beneath the mountain. For centuries, the ancient keepers had kept it trapped, but the prison was weakening, and soon the shadow would break free. The lion stepped aside, revealing a glowing stone door deep within the cave. Upon the door were ancient carvings, and in the center, a symbol identical to the pendant around Nnenna's neck. The lion looked directly at her. You were chosen before you were born. You are the last keeper. As the words echoed through the cavern, the stone door slowly began to open, and a terrible roar emerged from within. The black shadow had wakened. The cave shook with a fury never seen before. Dark smoke poured from the ancient doorway. The roar echoed through the mountains. Kelechi stumbled backward. Even Eziora lowered his head. For the first time, the guardian of light looked afraid. From within the darkness, a voice emerged, cold, ancient, powerful. So the last keeper has finally come. The shadows twisted and swirled together, slowly forming the shape of a giant figure. Its eyes burned red like fire. Its body was made of living darkness. Nnenna felt fear grip her heart, but she stood her ground. The pendant around her neck blazed with golden light. The shadow laughed. You carry the power of the keeper, but you know nothing of your true destiny. Suddenly, the cave walls exploded with visions. Nnenna saw the ancient keepers. She saw kingdoms rise and fall. She saw the first battle against the shadow centuries ago. Then she saw something else, a truth hidden for history. The shadow had not always been evil. Long ago, it had been a guardian too, a protector of balance, until greed and fear corrupted its heart. The vision vanished. Silence filled the cave. Nnenna stared at the creature. You were one of them. The shadow's burning eyes narrowed. For a moment, it seemed almost sad, but then its rage returned. The world abandoned me. The mountain trembled. Rocks crashed from the ceiling. Darkness spread across the cave floor. Eziora stepped forward. Nnenna, the time for answers is over. The battle has begun. As the shadow raised his hand, a wave of darkness rushed towards them, and Nnenna unleashed her light, for the very first time. The clash of light and darkness shook the mountain. Golden energy exploded from Nnenna's pendant. Dark shadows roared against it. Neither side could overpower the other. The cave of echoes trembled. Ancient stones cracked. The very mountain seemed ready to collapse. Nnenna struggled to remain standing. The power flowing through her was unlike anything she had ever felt. The shadow laughed. "You are strong, child, but not strong enough." With a wave of its hand, darkness surged forward. The golden light began to fade. Kelechi shouted her name. Eziora roared in defiance, but the shadow kept advancing, step by step, closer, closer, until suddenly the pendant began to glow brighter than ever before. The cave walls lit up with ancient symbols, and one by one, figures emerged from the light, and ancient keepers, warriors, healers, seers, the protectors of Akonwa from centuries past. Their spirits surrounded Nnenna. The shadows stopped. For the first time, fear appeared in its eyes. A voice echoed through the cave. It was the voice of Mama Shidima. "You are not alone, Nnenna." Another voice joined her, then another, then hundreds more. The voices of every keeper who had come before. Their power flowed into her. The golden light grew stronger, brighter, warmer. The darkness began to retreat. The shadow staggered backward. "No!" it roared. "This cannot be." But the keepers continued to stand behind Nnenna. And for the first time, the balance began to change. Then the oldest keeper stepped forward. His eyes shone like stars, and he revealed a secret hidden for 1,000 years. The shadow cannot be destroyed. The cave fell silent. It must be healed. Nnenna stared in disbelief. The final battle was not about defeating the shadow. It was about saving it, and the fate of Akonwa now rested in her hands. The cave of echoes fell silent. On one side stood the ancient keepers. On the other stood the black shadow, a being feared for centuries, a monster blamed for every tragedy, a darkness everyone wanted destroyed. But now, Nnenna knew the truth. The shadow was not born evil. It was once a guardian, a protector, a keeper of balance. Long ago, it had been destroyed, forgotten, and consumed by its pain. The shadow glared at Nnenna, its red eyes burned with anger. "You cannot save me. I am beyond healing." Nnenna stepped forward. The keepers watched. Eziora remained still. The entire mountain seemed to hold its breath. "You are wrong," Nnenna said softly. "You are not darkness. You are pain." The shadow trembled. For the first time in 1,000 years, no one had spoken to it with kindness. The darkness around its body began to shake. Images appeared in the air. Memories. The shadow as a guardian, protecting villages, guiding lost travelers, defending the weak. Then came the betrayal, the fear, the loneliness, the centuries of hatred. Tears formed in Nnenna's eyes. She understood. The shadow had become what the world believed it to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Slowly, she reached out her hand. Golden light flowed from her pendant, not as a weapon, but as compassion. The shadow stepped back, then stopped. Its red eyes faded. The darkness cracked like broken stone. Light began shining through brighter, 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 until the entire cave filled with golden radiance. A powerful cry echoed through the mountains, then silence. When the light faded, the black shadow was gone. In its place stood a radiant guardian made of pure silver and gold light. The curse had ended. The balance had been restored. The ancient keepers smiled. One by one, their spirits faded into the stars. Mama Shidima was the last to leave. She looked at Nnenna proudly. "You have done what no keeper before you could." Then she disappeared. Eziora bowed his head. The age of fear is over. Outside the cave, rain began to fall. Gentle, life-giving rain. The rivers flowed clear once more. The crops flourished. The animals returned. And Akonwa rejoiced. When Nnenna finally returned home, the villagers no longer saw a curse. They no longer saw something to fear. They saw a hero, a keeper, a daughter of Akonwa. And from that day forward, no child would ever again be judged for being different, because the girl the village once feared became the woman who saved them all, and her story would be told for generations.